It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by a terrific matchup here tonight. From Smoothie King Center in downtown New Orleans. Tonight, it's the New Orleans Pelicans taking on the Boston Celtics. The Celtics begin the game with the basketball. Jay, fun fact for you, of the charter franchises in the NBA, go back to that first season, 46-47. The Knicks and the Celtics, only two teams that never relocated.
Wow, that's impressive. Can I add another one? How about this? In 2008, when the Celtics won their championship, they needed 26 games to win their 17th title. By a twist of fate. You ready for this one? Coach Doc Rivers, head coach of the Celtics, played for the 93-94 New York Knicks team, which held the previous record in the playoff games before with 25 wins.
Go New York, go. And the two for Al Horford getting to the rim.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Irving into the front court. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. To Horford. There it is, Al Horford. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Well, it took a little longer than Celtics fans would have liked, but, Jay, they re-signed Marcus Smart. You look at what he brings. He's a modern-day defender with some throwback qualities as well.
He reminds me a lot of Dennis Johnson that used to play for those late Celtic teams. He's the guy that will get in your face, will pick you up full court. Even if you switch off and he's guarding a 4, he'll battle behind the 4, push him off the block. There's no doubt about it. The DNA of this team starts with Marcus Smart and also Marcus Morris. These are the two toughest players on the Celtics organization.
Jaylen Brown with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 65% free throw shooter. And he misses that one free throw. Hayden with the basketball. Down 3. Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
Trying to make a statement.
Randall. To Davis. A fundamental shot right there. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for it.
Hayden. From long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Kyrie Irving. First couple didn't go. That one is true. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion. And it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance. And in their mind, they do. But in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Irving with the basketball. Up by 3. To Hayward. Irving. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Holiday. Shot from the lane won't go. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Hayward to Jaylen Brown. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a look. Just not going down.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was his shot.
Holiday to Davis. Fires the three. It's Tatum with the rebound. Irving brings the ball up court. Takes stock of the floor. From the outside, no good.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Holiday to Julius Randle. 5 to shoot for the Pelicans. Deep left corner. Anthony Davis lets it fly. Won't go. Okay, it's amazing what can happen season to season. Celtics last year, no Gordon Hayward, no Kyrie Irving. They go to the 7th game in the East Finals. Now, they have a load of expectations entering this year.
Don't forget, Marcus Smart was in and out last year. This team won 55 games after losing one of their star players in the opening game of the season. Now you think about when you have Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, who really came into his own in the playoffs, Terry Rozier, who became Scary Terry. Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Kyrie Irving, 3 for 6 now.
So good to see one of Jersey's finest, Kyrie Irving, back on the court and driving with no issues on that knee. He only played 60 games last year, and he missed the entire Celtics postseason run. You can only imagine what this team would have done if he were healthy and they had Gordon Hayward.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Subbing in for the Pelicans, number 33, Wesley Johnson.
Holiday. Down to Randle. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Kyrie across the timeline. Leads 3. Gets to the basket and scores.
People at home, did you know that Aaron Baines played rugby growing up? He knows no other way but to be physical on the court because that's how he leaves his mark.
Gets a look. Can't hit.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Irving to Rozier. Here comes the screen. Kyrie lets it go. Kyrie Irving, 4 out of 7. If he keeps playing like this, we all may believe that the earth is indeed flat.
And that's what you love about Kyrie. He's constantly probing. He's probing on the court by maintaining his dribble, and then also probing off the court with saying lines like the earth is flat. The fact that that was on the cover of every magazine, the headline of every social media title, goes to show you that Kyrie is great at hijacking your amygdala, both on and off the court.
You got him. Get busy. Get busy. Get busy.
Irving to Rozier. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Irving. Kyrie Irving is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 87% from the line. Knocks down the first. He delivers with 2 free throws. Three for 3. Nice. New Orleans will take it up. Holiday. Here comes the screen. To Holiday. For 3. Can't connect. Jay, Celtics last year, they make the 7th game of the East Finals without Gordon Hayward, without Kyrie Irving. Brad Stevens now, it's a good challenge to have. He has a lot of players to incorporate.
And it's a great challenge for a genius coach like Brad Stevens. The biggest issue for the Celtics is that they cannot...
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Here's Irving into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. Kyrie Irving with that shot, he's 5 for 8.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Into the front court, it's Irving. His team on top by 8. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim. Kyrie Irving won a championship with Cleveland. He won a championship for Cleveland in that Game 7 at Golden State. How is he influenced as a player by that title?
Well, I thought he learned how to win at a really huge stage. But Kyrie's always been a leader of his own movement. At times, his voice may have been suppressed because of LeBron James, but there's no doubt about it. When you look at the young players on this roster, when they all rock Kyrie's, you know who the leader of the team is.
Free throws coming up.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First try, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Celtics have it. To Marcus Morris. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
I'm here. I got ball.
Screen coming. Pass taken away by the Celtics.
It's me. I got it. Grabs.
To Marcus Morris. Marcus Morris, strong finish. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Here's a chance from long range. Much needed bucket right there with the three. This game, long way to go. They're back within 10.
This isn't going to be a rollover game. That's the kind of facial expressions you need from somebody who's ready to fight.
To Marcus Smart. Fires the three. His first effort off the mark. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the...
Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. Now pass stolen by the Pelicans. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Nikola Mirotic. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 80% at the line. First one goes down.
Into the game for the Boston Celtics, number 11, Kyrie Irving. Entering the game for New Orleans,
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Irving into the front court. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Nothing going here on that drive. Deep 2 there, won't go. Deep 3 at the buzzer. We're through 1 with the visiting Celtics out on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. To the second quarter. Neither team sees control in the first. Some interesting things, though, certainly on display.
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has a making to be a big-time game.
Jay, for once, Trader Danny was Danny Ainge. Celtics didn't do that much, but believe it or not, outside of Toronto, Eastern Conference didn't see much change either.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything if you're the Boston Celtics. You already have all the pieces to the puzzle. Philadelphia wasn't able to land LeBron. LeBron James leaves Cleveland. He goes out to L.A. And Toronto, almost in a Hail Mary trade, ends up getting Kawhi Leonard. And who really knows if he wants to play there and be there emotionally for 1 year? There's no doubt about it. The Celtics are now in the driver's seat.
Give him 2 points. High percentage. Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Brad Stevens will change up his lineup. To Smart. Rebounded by Mirotic. To Holiday. Nice pass to set things up.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Marcus Smart. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Off the mark. No good. Holiday. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Celtics have it. Down to 5 on the 24. Shot from the lane won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Beyond the arc for 3. That's rebounded by New Orleans. Jumper's good.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Probing the defense. Oh, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Short jumper off the mark. Jay, it feels like our heads are spinning, thinking about what the Celtics are going to put on the floor, let alone for Brad Stevens. But you look at this group, what impact it has on, say, a Jason Tatum, a Terry Rozier, and beyond.
There was a lot of talk in the offseason about what's going to happen to Jason Tatum's minutes. He was second on the team in minutes last year due to the fact that Gordon Hayward went down. But this is an abundance of talent issue for Brad Stevens and Celtics fans. You have so many interchangeable parts. Shimi Ojale can play a lot of minutes. Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Morris. The names go on and on and on with the interchangeable wings that can all defend and score. That's a great problem to have, Ed.
Like I said, our heads are spinning. The Pelicans will take the timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. Changes coming from both sides right now. Oh, they call him for the foul.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Defensive foul to number 9. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Hayden. And the basket good at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans could never do, even if you're not known for it.
And scores.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Rozier with it. Down 3. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Curling inside. Lets it fly from long range. Yes.
I got to be real here. I think he was the only one expecting to shoot that shot. The crowd, the coaching staff, every other player on the court, and myself, all of our mouths are left wide open right now.
The assist from number 4, Elvin Hayden.
Boston with the basketball. To Marcus Morris. Sizing up the defense. It goes down.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Hayden into the front court. He'll run the offense. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. They trail by 2. Not that time. Hayden with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. It's good. Not necessarily his comfort zone. They dared him. He scores.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay. But you're definitely not fooling me twice.
To Rozier. For 3. Defense all over Rozier. Can't connect. Hayden into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Misfires. It's no good. To Rozier. Screen coming. From long range. Not that time. He misses. To Payton. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Marcus Morris. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. Whistle stops play. Timeout New Orleans as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. New blood coming in for both sides. Hayden to Holiday. To Payton. The screen sets him up for 2.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Celtics have it. To Irving. Here comes the screen. Oh, he had him there for a second. He gets it.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that It's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Holiday in possession. Leads 4. Screen coming.
Screen right, screen right, screen right.
Payton. And a pass stolen by Boston. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Jason Tatum trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 82%. The free throw is good. It's back to a one-point game. It's Pelicans ball.
Here we go. I got him.
Payton to Julius Randle. To Holiday. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim, short. Irving with the basketball. They trail by 1.
Sit him down, sit him down. Ice, ice, ice. Oh, we good. I got him. Get out, get out, get out. I'm good.
To Hayward. Kyrie. And the rebound comes down to New Orleans. Payton to Julius Randle. Davis. Can't connect from in close. Another shot stays out.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
From the painted area, won't go down. Holiday to Payton. New Orleans down to 4 on the shot clock. Payton to Holiday. 4-3. A tough shot for Drew Holiday. Defense did everything they possibly could.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing there.
Here comes the screen. Hayward to Irving. Runner here won't go down. To Payton. Drew Holiday. Now 4 for 9.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Payton. Passed it off and flushes it down. No stopping AD here.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
Irving. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Jason Tatum finished 3rd amongst all rookies in Rookie of the Year voting. But I say to you this. I agree with what Jaylen Brown had to say. If it was a one-on-one battle, who you taking, Jason Tatum or Donovan Mitchell? Jason Tatum or Ben Simmons? I take JT every time.
In scores on the step back.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Kyrie with the rock.
Oh, yeah, that's breakfast, lunch, and dinner right there.
To Jaylen Brown. There it is, Al Horford. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Celtics come away with it. Rebound shot off iron. No good. Late heave to beat the buzzer from beyond half court. Gets it to go from long distance. A fitting capper to the end of the first half. Time expires to end the first half. The Pelicans in front.
Thanks, Ed. The Pelicans have themselves a close game after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have Pelicans. The Celtics are within striking distance at the half. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Bench points.
This is a game where the bench guys deserve a bit of the spotlight. The thing is, you need a spotlight big enough for the reserves on both squads. This is a game that's been all about the depth in the depth chart.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Pelicans have the basketball. Hayden to Holiday.
Send him down, ice.
Has a chance. Holiday with a shot that won't fall.
So many teams just try to beat you with their offense. Well, your offense can only take you so far. The one thing that's supposed to travel, whether you're home or away, is your defense. That's your staple.
Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. And he scores. Unguardable, Jay. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Wide open look won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
Kyrie and Davis there to grab the rebound. To Payton. And a nice finish at the rim.
You see, this is why players get out here hours before the game and they get a really good lather.
Celtics have it. Hayward to Marcus Smart. Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
To Irving. has a look. Hayward with a shot, no good. To Payton. The pass set it all up.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Kyrie across the timeline. The margin standing now at 7. To Marcus Smart. Irving. Screen coming. Kyrie Irving for 2. Jumper's good.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
New Orleans has it.
Let's go. Let's play deep, play deep, play deep.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Holiday to Payton. They go down low to Randall. Shot from the lane won't go. Here's Irving into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. To Hayward. Irving. To Horford. And draws the foul.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Al Horford, a couple of free throws on the way. Shoots it at 75% for his career. And hits the first free throw.
Number 7, Jaylen Brown.
2 for 2 on that trip. Pelicans basketball. Hayden to Holiday. Hayden to Holiday. Here's a chance from long range. Not that time. To Irving. Nothing going here on that drive. There it is, Al Horford. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys now trailing by a point. Here comes the screen. Kyrie Irving lines it up for 2. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out. New Orleans going to take it up. Hayden to Holiday. Trying to cash in. Shot by Holiday, no good. To Jaylen Brown. Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Teacher of the Year. The winner will receive courtside seats and a halftime presentation in his or her honor. Nominations can be submitted on our team website.
Has a chance with the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Irving into the front court. Leads one. To Horford. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Holiday to Davis. Holiday to Payton. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Davis. And a throwdown. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Irving to Hayward. Screen coming. Kyrie lets it go. Deep 2 there, won't go. To Irving. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Kyrie. And it's Davis for the rebound. New Orleans will take it up. Payton to Holiday. Surveys the floor. Has a look. And he scores on the step back.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Irving with the basketball. His guys now down by a point. Here comes the screen. Kyrie cleans it up. Offensive board. And that's rebounded by Randall. Payton with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Julius Randle. Holiday. They'll get it down to Davis. From the painted area, won't go down. Kyrie across the timeline. They trail by 1. Here comes the screen. Irving. Pelicans have the rebound. It's Pelicans ball. Oh, Horford up to block the shot.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And they retain the possession. To Hayward. Screen coming. Hayward. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Payton into the front court. Down a point. Jay, fun fact for you. Of the charter franchises in the NBA, go back to that first season, 46-47. The Knicks and the Celtics, only 2 teams that never relocated.
Wow, that's impressive. Can I add another one? How about this? In 2008, when the Celtics won their championship, they needed 26 games to win their 17th title. By a twist of fate. You ready for this one? Coach Doc Rivers, head coach of the Celtics, played for the 93-94 New York Knicks team, which held the previous record in the playoff games before with 25 wins.
Go New York, go New York, go. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Ball's controlled by Boston. Irving to Marcus Morris. Horford to Rozier. Nothing going here on that drive. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick. You look at Gordon Hayward, who does he remind you of in the NBA?
Paul George more so on the offensive end. He has the height and the size to shoot over smaller guards. Plus, I love the fact that he utilizes his body. How about in his 7 years with the Utah?
Oh, get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Irving to Horford. Count the basket inside.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
It's rebounded by the Celtics. Here's Irving into the front court. Up 5. Count the bucket for 2.
Marcus, the younger and higher scoring of the Morris twins, really made his mark with his team on the defensive end. When you think about heart and soul, maybe becoming the Draymond Green for the Celtics.
Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot.
You got him. Get busy.
Irving to Marcus Morris. Holiday controls the basketball. Right now, down 7. To Davis. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Boston Celtics are in the building. Entering the game for the Boston Celtics, number 26, Marcus Smart.
Holiday gets it in the right corner. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Davis. And Boston has the rebound. Rozier into the front court. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. Here comes the screen. And scores. Strong take.
And remember, Ed, they trailed at the halftime. This is not the same team that we saw in the first half. Playing with a new zest for life, apparently.
To Marcus Smart. Rozier shot no good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Davis. Here comes the screen. And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for 2.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Anthony Davis at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. Nope, first one does not go. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Footer at the buzzer. That's the end of the third quarter. The Celtics have the lead. It's the Celtics with the ball as we start this fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
To Jaylen Brown. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. To Payton. Here's Davis. And the rebound taken by Brown. Boston with the basketball.
Right.
Probing the defense. Rejected.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Davis. Off the assist.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Rozier with it. His team on top by 8. To Horford. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside. Gets it to go.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Payton. The drive. Right to the... Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. To Jaylen Brown. To Rozier. The jumper's off the mark. Payton with the basketball. His guys trail by 10. To Davis. Shot blocked by Morris.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Anthony Davis lets it go. Not that time. The shot blocked by Brown.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Shot from in close, no good. Payton into the front court, trailing by 10. Davis, deep right corner, trying to cash in. More shot. Oh, it can't connect. Brown with it up top. He'll run the offense. To Rozier. Shot clock winding down. Now pass stolen by the Pelicans.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
And flushes it down. No stop.
We start talking about some of the top players in the game. Can we talk about the guy that got first team All-NBA for the 3rd time in 4 years? Can we talk about the guy who was the 2nd leading scorer in the league last year with 28 points per night? Can we start mentioning AD's name with the best in the game starting now?
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Celtics have it.
Stepping in for New Orleans, number 11, Drew Holiday.
To Jaylen Brown. Shot from the lane won't go.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
to Holiday. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Up 6. Boston with 4 to shoot to Rozier. Fires the 3. Defense all over Rozier. Can't connect. Holiday in possession. The deficit is 6. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Celtics have it. Irving to Hayward. Kyrie Irving for 2. And the rebound comes down to the Pelicans. Payton. Oh, bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Holiday controls the basketball. His guys down by 9. Knocked loose. Davis. Add 2 points to the board.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
And he scores. Euro step into the rim, Jay.
Stepping east, then stepping west, and laying the ball right down the line.
Covering all areas of the map. Holiday to Payton to Davis. Down low. The shot almost to Irving. And he hits.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Holiday to Julius Randle. Scores from the post.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Here comes the screen. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Holiday in possession. 9-point margin. Now ready to shoot at the line.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Drew Holiday has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 78% at the line. First free throw is good.
Number 55.
No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Takes stock of the floor. And he finishes at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Payton.
Big pick right there.
To Davis. Holiday to Julius Randle.
Watch cut, watch cut.
Blocked. Oh,
just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Holiday. The shot clock expires. Irving brings the ball up court. Has a chance. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Payton with the basketball. They find themselves down 10. Slams it down.
Drew Holiday really showed the world last year that he was special during that playoffs against the Golden State Warriors and Stephen Curry. He's battled through injury, some off-the-court adversity with his wife, but he's rebounded stronger than ever, averaging around 19 points a game last season, the highest of his 9-year career.
To Hayward. Going to launch beyond the arc. Tough shot. Well defended. Payton into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Big finish that time for Julius Randle.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Hayward. From the painted area, won't go down. Payton with the basketball. Down 6. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Irving to Marcus Smart. Here comes the screen.
Screen left.
Cruises inside for 2.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Kyrie with the rock. No, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it. Holiday to Payton. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Into the front court, it's Irving. 2-point advantage. To Horford. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To Holiday. Randle. To Holiday. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit. Ball's controlled by Boston. To Hayward. Oh, had him going there for a second. Irving. Now pass stolen by the Pelicans. It was right there. To Hayward. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, could have sealed it, but it's no good. Holiday controls the basketball. His guys trail now by 4. And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis. Now the Celtics going to use a timeout. It's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one more chance to stop the clock before the buzzer sounds.
An effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. What I like about this team is that they continue to execute. As a coach, we used to talk about it all the time. I would hear it every single day. Execute, execute, execute. But if you can play with energy and execute, that's the formula for success.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Entering the game for the New Orleans Pelicans, number 33, Wesley Johnson.
Hayward. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
People at home, did you know that Aaron Baines played rugby growing up? He knows no other way but to be physical on the court because that's how he leaves his mark.
Receive a free team poster. Even better, 3 lucky fans will win a poster that's been signed by the entire team. Show up early for your chance to win.
Beyond the arc for 3. That's a forced shot from Elfrid Payton. Off the mark. There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
Here's the whistle. Intentional foul.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
First one, count it.
Like practice.
Oh, yeah, you've been working in the crowd.
And he makes them both. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they get a good win on the road. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics almost let this one get away from them, but they managed to get the victory. And it's always great to watch a team with such an unselfish approach to the game. Plenty of assists were delivered throughout this contest. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics. The Pelicans lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. The way they shot the ball was outstanding, but even still, it wasn't enough to get the result they wanted. More often than not, you're going to win games when you shoot the ball as well as they did here today.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Kyrie Irving read the defense perfectly, and his teammates reaped the benefits with easy baskets.
Who was Chris Cole.
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.